Broadcasting live from the Meridic. Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we bring you the nightcap in this doubleheader. As we finally get the last two teams still sitting at the starting line to get their seasons underway. Hendersonville-Beech and Father Ryan. Hopefully it's a little bit better than the beatdown that Rutherford just delivered to Station Camp, winning that game 12-3. These two teams have not been in the Predators Cup since 2020. Hendersonville, of course, very nearly won the tournament as Hendersonville Station Camp Beach in 2019. Father Ryan, their last Preds Cup appearance 2020, they finished in third as they and Hendersonville try and get back into Tier 1 and try and get themselves another crack at the Predators Cup. Of course, Father Ryan won the Predators Cup way back in 2009. It is the only significant trophy that they have ever won in their history. Let's talk about the two teams and how they come into this season. First up, Hendersonville-Beech. Grand Final players. Brody Kovac, the team's leading scorer from last season, graduated. Connor Smith, second leading scorer, is back. So is the third leading scorer, Cole Ulrich, whom playing some baseball in Murfreesboro back in May, as he and the Hendersonville Commandos Baseball Club qualified for the first ever Division I Class 4A tournament. I was filming video of him, but he got hit by a pitch, and I was like, I'm not going to upload that to the MTSN Facebook page because that's not interesting. If he'd rattled off a hit, I would have posted it. Shane Pearson, the fourth leading scorer, also graduated. Fifth leading scorer, Gavin Metter, is back. Caleb Philpott and Joseph Broderick also graduated. And they also had their two goaltenders, Zach Figus and Riken Salami, graduate. So they have had to bring in a couple of newbies to tend the net. Among the notable names returning, besides Cole Ulrich and Connor Smith, Ryan Steno, Noah Collier, Gage Salami, Gavin Metter, Ryan Moskov, and Ben Landsberg. Carson Corley, once again the head coach, as he has been since the 2019-20 season. Of course, Hendersonville last year finished second in the Hind tier in the regular season, but then lost in the opening round of the Hind Cup to Blackman Stewart's Creek Smyrna and then got knocked out by USN. So they didn't even win a game in the Hind Cup last year. Just like they did the year before as the 1 seed. Because there were an odd number of teams in 2021. They got a bye into the second round, lost their first game to Indy Spring Hill, ended up in the losers bracket, and they got knocked out by Blackman. So Blackman have turned into a Hind Cup Achilles heel of sorts, or Rutherford, I should say now, have turned into a Hind Cup Achilles heel of sorts for Hendersonville. On to Father Ryan, who finished 6th in the Hind Division last year, but made some noise and actually got all the way to the losers bracket final before being knocked out by Nolensville-Ensworth-Lipscomb. Their leading scorer, Austin Hester, back for his junior year. Second leading scorer just graduated. Third leading scorer, Joe Mignano, back for his senior year. as are JT Schmidt and Alton Worth. All three of them are seniors. Colton Edwards back. Matt Chandler graduated. Nate Ryan got a 3-game suspension before last Christmas. He served 1 game but hasn't served the other 2. He's a senior this year. If he doesn't come back, that turns into a $200 fine. Ethan Webb is back for his senior year. Ryan Whalen back for his senior year. Jacob Boren back for his junior year. Sam Horsley, Carter Middleton. Jackson Melson graduated. Katie Cummings back for her senior year. And they also got the goaltenders back in Luke Anderson and Mason Chandler. And like I said, Stephen Henry, once again the head coach, his 3rd year in charge. So Father Ryan will once again be trying to get into the Predators Cup after now 3 years away. Or I should say 2 years away. They missed the last 2 editions of it. They qualified in 2020. As we are approaching 8:40. Like I said, hopefully this game will be better than the one between Rutherford and Station Camp. Another smallish crowd on hand for this one. Crowds kind of pick up the closer we get to playoffs. Well, Hendersonville have made their way out onto the ice. Although they can't start the 3-minute warm-up clock for another minute till it gets to 8:40. And luckily we don't have to worry about if we only have one official for this game because both officials are out there. The second official was a little bit late getting onto the ice for the the Rutherford Station Camp game. It had already started by the time he came out. And here comes Father Ryan out onto the ice. And the warm-up clock is begun. Apologies for that loud burst of music coming from the Father Ryan locker room. Last minute of pregame warm-up. And the warm-up clock runs down to 0. As both teams start putting the pucks up. Jackson Broderick going to get the starting goal for Hendersonville. While Mason Chandler will be in the net for Father Ryan. Jackson Broderick, a junior from Beech, one of the Beech players. Mason Chandler is a senior for this first period. Father Ryan will carry the puck from my left to right. Hendersonville-Beech from my right to left as the last two teams still sitting at the starting line get the green light. And there's a turnover and a shot from JT Schmidt. He scores! Wow! JT Schmidt with a steal inside the Hendersonville zone, carried it to the net. First shot stopped by Broderick, and then he buries the rebound. And it takes Father Ryan just 8 seconds to go up 1-0. And instead of editing the clock, I'm just going to run it down. Wow. What a start for the Irish. Ryan Steno knocked down at center. Puck swept back into the Hendersonville zone by Ethan Webb. Here's a chance for Colton Edwards, but he whiffed in the slot. Puck over on the right wing boards. Left wing boards. Alton Worth, a shot went across the front of the net. Ethan Webb tried to kick it to his skate. Tried to put it in front. It's intercepted and cleared out by Cole Ulrich. It's trickling towards the Father Ryan net, so Mason Chandler has to steer it away, so that kills off the icing. Oh, and taking a big hit at center was Joe Mignano. Jacob Boron now trying to pass into Katie Cummings. Puck was knocked away from her, and then it ends up in the Hendersonville bench. 12:44 to go in the first, and Father Ryan already up 1-0 on the goal by JT Schmidt just 8 seconds in. Draw one by Hendersonville. And now is Michael Schaefer right in front of backhander, stopped by Chandler. As he turns aside, Patrick Sullivan, the Hendersonville sophomore. Ryan Whalen tried to carry the puck out, was prevented from doing so. Now here is Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, around the back of the net. Comes out to the right wing, passes off Katie Cummings, a slap shot. Missed the net to the right of Broderick. Jacob Boron, left wing corner, taking a hit. Puck passed up to the left point, Whalen. Pass back down low, now Boron again. Taking a shot, missed the net. Katie Cummings could not keep it in the zone. It's rolling on its edge back into the Father Ryan end. And Ryan Whalen will pick it up. Whalen across to Boron. Boron to center on the near side. Sends it into the Hendersonville zone. Dominic Harpole, one of the two grandfathered Merrill High players in this Hendersonville team. Coughs up the puck. Sent towards the net. A shot stopped. That was Ethan Webb, I think, from the slot. And unable to get his stick on the puck for the rebound. Not sure who that was down low. It may have been Sam Horsley. Yes, it was. Puck out at center. Dumped back into the Father Ryan zone by Nate Luke, junior defenseman who goes to Hendersonville. And now back the other way go the Irish. Carter Middleton, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, gets knocked down. Parker Causey getting knocked down going around the boards. Puck comes up to the right point, swept back down low by Merrick McCullers. Father Ryan freshman, and now Hendersonville with a steal, and they'll ice it. 10:53 to go in the first, 1-0 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to Jackson Broderick's left. Hendersonville win the draw and clear, but it's dumped right back in by Ethan Webb. Puck out on the far boards in the Hendersonville zone. It's out at center. Dumped back into the Father Ryan zone by Merrick Mott. And then flicked ahead off of Father Ryan's stick. Came towards the Hendersonville net to be pushed away by Broderick. We're trying to get it to Jack Sutterth, junior forward for the Fighting Irish. And now a pass banked off the near boards and back into the Father Ryan zone. Connor Smith with it. Trying to send it over to Colin Smith. Taken away and out at center with it is Sutterth. Sutterth in the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side with a backhanded stab that goes across the front of the net. Austin Hester off the bench. Knocked down at the end boards. Now Ryan Whalen, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Trying to cut to the net. Put it out in front, intercepted by Michael Schaefer. Or Justin Schaefer, excuse me. Hendersonville get the puck out. Connor Smith poking it ahead. Right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. A shot gloved and held on to by Mason Chandler. Smith was able to break away enough from Colton Edwards to get the shot off, but Chandler with a save. 9:17 left in the first. Still 1-0 Father Ryan. Draws to the left of Chandler. Draw one by Father Ryan. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Hendersonville with it, put out in front, but unable to get a stick on it was Gideon Drubnik. Now the puck out in front, and sent past the net by Patrick Sullivan, and it's iced by Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the right of Chandler. Draw one by Hendersonville, Jared Sheridan. Passing it down the left wing boards, behind the net. Drobnik trying to put it out in front for Justin Schaefer. It's intercepted. Colin Sullivan at center. Into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Falls over trying to go to the inboards. He tried to put the puck out in front. Now the puck sent around to the far side and cleared out by the Commandos. Katie Cummings backhands it back into the Hendersonville zone. Caught up to by Noah Collier. And the puck cleared out by Hendersonville back into the Father Ryan zone. It's a foot race, and it's an icing against Hendersonville. Gage Salami could not get there in time as he tried to beat Michael Jaskowski to the puck. Gage Salami in his sophomore year goes to Beach. Draw to the left of Jackson Broderick. 8:11 to go in the first. 1-0 Father Ryan as Hendersonville win the draw, but it's kept alive at the blue line by Ethan Webb. Puck on the left wing side. Webb had it taken away and cleared. Alton Worth at center going to fire it back in. And the puck cleared out again by Hendersonville. Alton Worth, far side at center, dumps it back into the Hendersonville zone. He was just past the red line, so no icing. Trying to put the puck out in front was Carter Middleton. Stolen away by Hendersonville, and they bring it out. Ryan Muskov backhanding it ahead, but it's intercepted. It's back in the Father Ryan zone. Here is Alton Worth. And the Irish get it out after a couple of attempts. Austin Hester back into the Hendersonville zone. Past the defender, puck poked off his stick as he was trying to go to the front of the net. Now he gets knocked down behind the net, back in his skates. Puck brought out in front, and a shot from JT Schmidt misses the net. Schmidt with the only goal of the game so far, scoring just 8 seconds in. Puck brought out in front again, and a shot from Schmidt turned away by Jackson Broderick. Puck held in by Ethan Webb. Webb to Schmidt, one-timer missed the net. to the right of Broderick. Now in the left circle, a shot whiffed on by Schmidt. And then a shot, score! Alton Worth from out high at the left point fires the puck into the back of the net, and Father Ryan get their second to go up 2-0 with 6:24 to go in the first. Draw one by Hendersonville. Caden Smith setting up Connor Smith, and he backhands it across the front of the net. Correction, it's Colin Smith setting up Connor. Caden wears number 15. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Connor Smith fires it down the left wall. Merrick Mott behind the net. Ryan Whalen keeping the puck away from him. Joe Mignano out at center. Puck trickling into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Picked up by Cole Ulrich, and he clears it out. Tracking it down will be Jacob Boren inside the Father Ryan zone, sending it around to the near side. Katie Cummings at center. Pass across, intercepted by Cole Ulrich, and then he had it poked away by Joe Mignano. Jacob Boren, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, goes to the end boards, pushed into the boards by Cole Ulrich. Puck out on the far boards. Now out at center, picked up by Colin Smith. Smith, right wing side, a shot turned away by Mason Chandler. Colin Sullivan. Clearing it out, but Justin Schaefer intercepts and brings it back in. Ryan Whalen down low, sending it around to the near side. And it was brought back in from offside by Patrick Sullivan. 4:58 to go in the first, 2-0 Father Ryan lead. Draw on the dot in front of the Father Ryan bench. One by Hendersonville, Noah Collier. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side, picked up by Alton Worth. Worth passing up the far side, off the stick of Luke Wyatt, and ends up going into the Hendersonville zone for an icing. Luke Wyatt, Father Ryan's sophomore. Father Ryan's younger teams had a pretty good season last year. Draw to the left of Mason Chandler. I'll explain more in a second when I get the opportunity. It's won by the Irish. Clearing attempt held in at the right point. A slap shot. Noah Collier turned away by Chandler. Rebound. Score. Ben Landsberg. Gave it just enough to go over Chandler's glove into the back of the net on the left-hand side. Hendersonville with their first goal of the season. It's 2-1 Father Ryan. 4:31 to go in the first. Draw one by Father Ryan. Puck cleared out of the zone by Hendersonville. It's in the Father Ryan zone now. Colton Edwards trying to clear. And swept ahead by JT Schmidt. Out at center. Now it's back in. And a shot from Merrick Mott went off a stick and past the net to the left of Chandler. Austin Hester flipping the puck ahead to JT Schmidt, brings it down. He gets off a backhander, stopped by Broderick. He was double teamed and still got a shot away. Now out high, Merrick McCullers sending it to the near boards. Now brought around the back of the net, and a shot stopped. And the rebound sent past the net by Schmidt. Wraparound try was stopped, and then Schmidt shot the rebound by. Here is Colin Smith. or Connor Smith, excuse me, back into the Father Ryan zone on the left wing side. Big battle for the puck right in front of me. Merrick Monis shot, knocked down by the glove of Mason Chandler, and he covers. 3:11 to go in the first, and Father Ryan up 2-1. Father Ryan's JV team won the JV league last year, beating Hendersonville's JV team in the final. And then in the first ever middle school league in the spring, Father Ryan won that as well, beating the NPAHA South team in the final. Both the JV league and middle school league are run by the Predators. And it seems that more might be getting involved in the JV league. I think MBA might be in the 8th grade league, the middle school league. I think MBA are going to get involved with it this year. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Carter Middleton now at center. Right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Stops, passes off to Harper Howard, puts it in front. Oh, and it stopped. And then the rebound. Oh, what a save by Broderick. Diving across with an open net. It was Parker Causey who got off the first shot. I believe Jacob Boren had the rebound that Broderick got to just in time. Shot in the left point, stop. Rebound out in front, and it went past the net. It was Jacob Boren shooting from the left point. Here's a one-timer from Ryan Whalen that goes off a stick into the netting above the glass. 2:02 to go in the first. Still 2-1 Fighting Irish. NPAHA, of course, standing for Nashville Predators Amateur Hockey Association. Like I said, it was the South team that Father Ryan beat in the middle school league final. Draws to the left of Jackson Broderick. Won by the Irish, and a shot off the glove of Broderick and over the net. Irish looking strong early. Hendersonville not looking too bad themselves. Alton Worth out on the far side. Dumps it into the Hendersonville zone. Puck is behind the net. Ryan Steno, one of the seniors in this Hendersonville team. Clearing it around the boards to the far side. Cleared out of the Father Ryan zone, but Steno steps in front of Katie Cummings. That allows Colin Sullivan to pick up the puck and bring it into the Hendersonville zone. His shot blocked by Cole Ulrich. Ethan Webb with a shot in the right point that's blocked. Alton Worth fires the puck past the Hendersonville net from center as we reach the final minute of the first. Austin Hester gives the puck away. Cleared out of the Father Ryan zone by Ethan Webb. JT Schmidt had the puck poked away from him. It's in the Hendersonville zone still on the far boards. Held in right of the blue line by Schmidt. Schmidt moving over to the right wing. Put in front of one-timer. Oh, missed by Colton Edwards. Under 30 seconds left of the period. Puck held in at the left point. A shot from Alton Worth blocked by Ryan Moskov. And the puck now sent up into the netting above the glass. 18.7 seconds left in the first. Still 2-1 Father Ryan. Draw is to the right of Jackson Broderick, won by Father Ryan. Puck out on the near side, 10 seconds left. Irish looking for one last rush here, but Andersonville trying to get it out. It's trickling back towards the end boards, and that's going to be it for the first. JT Schmidt scored just 8 seconds in. Then Alton Worth added another just past the halfway point of the second. And then Ben Landsberg, past the halfway point of the first. And then Ben Landsberg got Hendersonville on the board. So it's 2-1 Father Ryan after one. Ben Landsberg, senior, one of the two grandfathered Merrill Hyde players in this Hendersonville-Beech squad, the other being Dominic Harpole. Jackson Broderick still in goal for Hendersonville-Beech. Mason Chandler still in goal for Father Ryan as we get ready to start the second. Hendersonville will move the puck from my left to right and Father Ryan from my right to left. Second period's underway. Here's Joe Mignano bringing the puck into the Hendersonville zone, but swept off his stick by Noah Collier. Put out in front, but Katie Cummings couldn't get her stick on it. She wasn't ready. Puck out at center. Colin Smith in the Father Ryan zone in the slot. Turning around and waiting for help. Tried to pass it off. It goes over to the far side. Connor Smith with the puck now. Behind the net. Trying to get it over to Merrick Mott on the near side. Now Connor Smith again. Whiffing on the puck. Puck comes around to the near side. And a shot from Mott misses the net. Went behind the net. He was shooting from the goal line. And the puck iced by Colin Sullivan. He was just behind the red line. I think he was trying to get a breakout pass for Katie Cummings. He banked it off the bench side boards, but he was behind the red line, and he did it a little too hard. 13:07 to go in the second. 2-1 Father Ryan draws to the left of Mason Chandler. Luke Anderson is here on the bench. Draw one by Hendersonville. Cole Ulrich sending it down deep from the right point. Alton Worth trying to clear it. Went off the glass and out. Ulrich at center. Banks it off the boards past Caden Smith. And the puck brought out by Alton Worth, but then knocked off his stick by Ryan Muskov. Here's Gage Salome, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Knocked off his stick by Carter Middleton. Kept alive by Ryan Steno, but then he fumbles it a bit. And Middleton able to clear. Cole Ulrich passing it up the far boards. Kicked away. And then brought back into the Hendersonville zone. Ethan Webb, past the defender. He's in front. Poked away by Jackson Broderick. Gets up a shot turned away by Broderick. Wow. Middleton in front. Parker Causey a shot. Missed the net to the left of Broderick. Middleton again. Pushed down from behind. Puck kept alive. Harper Howard moving in on goal. A shot over the net into the netting above the glass. Harper Howard, the junior, taking his aim at getting on the score sheet, but he missed. 12:10 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Father Ryan. Drawing the dot across from the Irish bench. Father Ryan with a nice little student section at this game is the puck ends up in the Hendersonville zone off the draw. And with his knees facing his own net, Nate Luke backhands are on his knees facing his own net. Nate Luke backhands it out. Now a 2-on-1 for Father Ryan. Puck put in front. Price score! Colton Edwards. Beautiful centering feed from Austin Hester to set him up. And Edwards knocks it into the roof of the net to give the Irish a 3-1 lead with 11:49 to go in the second. Puck brought into the Father Ryan zone on the left wing side by Gideon Drobnik. Try to get it over to Justin Schaefer. It's stolen away. Here come the Irish again. Colton Edwards, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, stops, tries to get it to the front of the net, and it went through the legs of JT Schmidt, who bumped into the net, dislodged it. Official will put it back in place without blowing the whistle. Merrick McCullers at center. Puck brought back into the Hendersonville zone by JT Schmidt. Dominic Harpole getting knocked down by Schmidt near the right wing corner. Schmidt put it in front, and then it rolls away from Hester. Nate Luke brings it into the Father Ryan zone. Coming towards the net, Mason Chandler tried to put the glove out to cover. It was knocked away, and now it's out at center, picked up by Hester. Hester into the Hendersonville zone. A shot blockered away by Jackson Broderick. Correction, that was Colin Sullivan with a shot. JT Schmidt with a steal at center, sends it back into the Hendersonville zone. A shot score! Joe Magnano caught up to Nate Luke, who was very slow getting to the puck, and Magnano fires it into the back of the net. Carson Corley's going to be on Luke about that one. 4-1 Father Ryan with 10:23 to go in the second. I mean, that was just, Luke was barely moving to the puck at all, and Magnano caught up to him and took one shot, and it went in. Father Ryan win the draw and get it back into the Hendersonville zone. Cole Ulrich, far boards. He's picked up Sullivan. Colin Sullivan tried to put it in front for Katie Cummings, went off her skates to the inboards. Now Sullivan again behind the net. Puck out on the far wall. Here's Sullivan. Cummings tapping her stick on the ice. She wants it. And Cole Ulrich tried to clear, held in, and flipped back down by Jacob Boron. Puck at the right point. Sullivan pass across, but Katie Cummings isn't there. Merrick Mott sends it back into the Father Ryan zone. Boron beaten to the puck by Colin Smith, and then Boron pushes Smith into the boards. Shots are 11-8 in favor of the Fighting Irish as the puck cleared out to center. It's back in the Hendersonville zone. Katie Cummings up, tried to send it towards the net. Here's a shot stopped and held on to, covered up by Broderick. Shot coming from Joe Magnano. 9:13 to go in the second. 4-1, Father Ryan leading. Draw is to the left of Broderick. Draw one by the Irish. Ethan Webb tried to turn and bank it off the far boards. He gave it away to Gage Salome, who brings it into the Irish zone and then has it taken away. Oh, bit careless. Puck put out in front by an Irish player out in front of his own net, but it's brought out. And now Jack Sutter sends it into the Hendersonville zone. Connor Smith flipping it through the air and out. Back into the Father Ryan zone. Ethan Webb giving chase. Icing waved off. Webb gets to it. Banks it off the far boards. Jack Sutterth out at center. Gets run into by Ryan Steno. Puck, though, brought into the Hendersonville zone anyway by Luke Wyatt, who had it taken off his stick in the right circle. Now Connor Smith, with a shot from inside the Father Ryan zone. That's stopped and covered up by Mason Chandler. 8:24 to go in the second. Still 4-1, Father Ryan. Draws to the right of Chandler. One by Hendersonville. Connor Smith is taken away. Puck out at center. Irish player fell over. Harper Howard had the puck swept away from him by Noah Collier. Puck is in the Hendersonville zone. Irish players had to get back on side. Gideon Drobnik out at center on the far side. Connor Smith bringing the puck back into the Father Ryan zone. Then he falls over, and a Father Ryan player fell over top of Gideon Drobnik with a shot turned away by Mason Chandler. We got a penalty coming up against who? A cross-checking call. It's going to be the first penalty of the game no matter who it's against. Looks like it's against Ryan Steno. Yes, it is. So Ryan Steno, the Hendersonville senior, called for cross-checking. 7:50 left in the second. Fighting Irish up 4-1 as they get their first power play of the season. Draws to the left of Broderick. One by the Irish, and a shot blockered into the netting above the glass by Broderick. Shot from Alton Worth, who has one of the Irish goals. Draw going to be to the left of Broderick again. Big tie-up for the puck off the draw. Colin Smith tries to clear, kept alive by Alton Worth. Pass across the left circle. Oh, JT Schmidt fumbled the puck a bit, still has it. Back across, Worth, a shot over the net. Schmidt up to the left point, Ryan Whalen across to Worth on the right point, and his shot misses the net. Schmidt. Now Worth at the right point. Worth, a shot off the right leg pad of Broderick. Colton Edwards, one of the goal scorers behind the net. Brings it out to the far side, pass up to the right point, and Alton Worth. Back down to Edwards. Edwards in the right wing corner, behind the net, try to put out in front, hit the back of the net. Edwards again, now JT Schmidt. Passing up to the right point, and Worth. Minute left of the power play for the Irish. Austin Hester below the goal line on the left wing side. Comes back out left circle, his shot. Hit the outside of the right-hand post. Puck out on the far side now for Worth. Put it in front, oh! Edwards gets knocked down as he whiffs on the shot attempt. Colin Smith sends the puck back into the Father Ryan zone. It's going to be picked up by Ryan Whalen. Katie Cummings way out behind everybody. Colin Sullivan. Sent the other way by Nate Luke. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for the Irish. Sullivan. Now Ryan Whalen. Gets it towards the net. Shot, stop, rebound. Stopped by Broderick, and he covers up. Correction, it was Joey. It was Joey Mignano who got off a shot stopped by Broderick, and then Katie Cummings to the rebound try that Broderick stopped. And then he covered it up in the crease. 10 seconds left of the power play. 6 minutes to go in the second. Still 4-1. Father Ryan. Draw to the left of Broderick. One by Hendersonville and cleared. That'll kill off the rest of the penalty. Penalty time against the Commandos is up, and they're back at even strength. Pass to center off Katie Cummings' stick. Colin Sullivan brings it into the Hendersonville zone. Tried to pass it over to Mignano. Joey Mignano with it right circle. Tried to put it in front for Sullivan. Oh, then he backhands it right across the front of the net. Sullivan couldn't get a stick on it. Sullivan now out to the right point. Ethan Webb, a shot stopped by Broderick, who brings in the rebound and covers. 5:24 to go in the second. Still 4-1 Father Ryan. Draws to the left of Broderick. One by the Irish, and a one-timer from Ethan Webb. Stopped and covered up by Broderick. Draw will be to his left again. One by the Irish again, Ethan Webb. Passing down to Katie Cummings. Oh, she fell over. Puck is behind the net. Now over on the near side, Ryan Muskov. Ryan Muskov, Hendersonville Jr. carries it around to the far side. Got pinched. And now here's Joey Mignano. Below the goal line. Tried to center it. Tried to set it up, but he had Nate Luke all over him. Puck kept in at the right point. Sullivan with a shot. Turned away by Broderick. May have hit his mask. Held into the blue line by Webb, and another shot misses the net. Sullivan on the near side. Dropping it back down low. Connor Smith with it for Hendersonville. And brought out to center. Now in the Father Ryan zone. Jacob Boron trying to clear it out. Now here's Carter Middleton. Going to the Hendersonville net. A shot stopped by Broderick, and he's covered up the rebound. 4:22 to go in the second. Still 4-1, Father Ryan. As they now have a 10-shot advantage over the Commandos, 19-9. In favor of Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the right of Broderick. One by Hendersonville, but given away to the Irish. Just held in on the blue line at the left point by Merrick McCullers. Harper Deanna, the Beech Jr., passing it around to the far side. Ben Landsberg, who has the only goal of the game for Hendersonville, clears. Now Carter Middleton up. Left the puck behind him as he went back into the Hendersonville zone. Dominic Harpole at center. Puck flipped through the air and back into the Hendersonville end. It was an Irish player doing it, and he was behind the red line, so they call icing. 3:47 left in the second. Still 4-1, Father Ryan. Draws to the left of Mason Chandler. Won by the Irish, but turned over to Hendersonville. Puck comes out to the blue line. Just held in by Dominic Harpole. His shot blocked. And now here go the Irish again. Brought into the Hendersonville zone, and a shot from Luke Wyatt off the glove of Jackson Broderick. Jack Sutterth on the far side. Puck taken away from him. Now he gets it back. Actually, it came back to him. Puck out on the far boards. Ben Landsberg trying to clear. Michael Jaskowski. Over to Luke Wyatt. Wyatt trying to go down the slot. Puck poked away from him and cleared by Ben Landsberg. It's an icing as it just goes past the Hendersonville net to the right of, just past the Father Ryan net to the right of Chandler. 3 minutes left in the second, still 4-1, Father Ryan. Draw is to the left of Broderick. Draw one by Hendersonville, Noah Collier. Over to Jared Sheridan. Sheridan trying to get it ahead to Patrick Sullivan. It misses Sullivan. It goes back into the Father Ryan zone. Icing waved off because it went by Alton Worth on its way out. Alton Worth dumps it back into the Hendersonville zone. He was just on the red line. Puck put out in front. JT Schmidt whiffed on it. Held in at the blue line by Ethan Webb. Puck is behind the net. Austin Hester out on the far side. Puck poked off his stick by Justin Schaefer. JT Schmidt. Now Schaefer clears it out. Here's Ethan Webb. Backhanding it back into the Hendersonville zone. It was cleared out again. Justin Schaefer. Puck poked away. Ethan Webb at center. Back into the Hendersonville zone left wing side. Trying to set up Austin Hester. It jumped over his stick. Here's Hester in deep. Battling Noah Collier with the puck behind the net, or for the puck behind the net. Now Hester comes out in front. He's in the slot. A backhander was blocked. A no-look backhander was blocked by Gideon Drobnik. And then the puck shot into the Father Ryan bench from right in front of the net. 94 seconds left in the second, still 4-1. Father Ryan. As they have kind of tilted the ice their way. They have not allowed a shot on goal in a long time. Draws to the right of Broderick. Colin Smith with the puck. Passing it out to the far side. Cole Ulrich, he clears. Went off Merrick Mott. Skates into the Father Ryan zone. He's battling with Ryan Whalen down low. They both go down. Cole Ulrich gives the puck away to Katie Cummings. She clears it out. Connor Smith. Puck chopped off his stick by Jacob Boron. Here is Connor Sullivan. Back into the Hendersonville zone. Backhanding it down the wall to Joey Magnano. Now up top, Jacob Boron. A shot just missed the net to the right of Broderick. We're inside the final minute of the second. Puck comes around to the near boards, held in at the left point. Nope, Jacob Boron could not keep it alive at the left point. Ryan Whalen now. Joey Magnano sends it back into the Hendersonville zone, steered away from the net by Broderick. He's actually on goal. Puck out on the far side. Sent towards the front of the net. Oh, trying to clear was Nate Luke. And a shot from Colin Sullivan, and the slot went wide. Just wide. Under 30 seconds left of the period. Colin Smith clears. Colin Sullivan, whoop, had Connor Smith fall over him. Offside called against Hendersonville. 18.2 seconds left in the second. Father Ryan up 4-1. Draws is going to be on the dot in front of the Hendersonville bench. Won by the Commandos. Shot from Merrick Mott. Missed the net. Actually, nope. They're saying Chandler fought it off, so they put another shot on the board for Hendersonville. Their first one in a while as the puck is cleared out of the Father Ryan zone, and that is it for the second. Colton Edwards and Joe Magnano adding to Father Ryan's tally, giving the Irish a 4-1 lead after 28 minutes of play. Jackson Broderick still in goal for Hendersonville-Beech. Mason Chandler still in goal for Father Ryan for this third and final period. Irish will move the puck from my left to right, and Hendersonville from my right to left. Shots on goal favor the Irish 21-10 as we start the third and final frame. And we're underway with this one. Puck in the Father Ryan zone. Alton Worth. Oh, trying to get it ahead to Carter Middleton. It went off the near boards, though. It's coming towards the Hendersonville net. And it went just past it for the icing. So he tried a diagonal cross-ice forward pass, and he passed it just a little too hard. That's the first whistle of the third after just 14 seconds. Draws to the left of Chandler. Draw one by Hendersonville. Connor Smith a shot. Stopped by Chandler. Shooting from the right point. Harper Howard out at center now. Into the Hendersonville zone. Oh, but he fell over crossing the blue line. Back the other way comes Gage Salami. Salami sending it into the Father Ryan zone, but cleared out by Ethan Webb. Webb. Pass over, or trying to pass it over to Middleton. Knocked back into the Irish zone by Ryan Steno. Back the other way goes Worth now. Worth banks it off the boards as he brings it over the Hendersonville blue line. Connor Smith with it now for the Commandos. Smith at center. Back into the Father Ryan zone, but offside. I think Gage Salami. It wasn't by much. Connor Smith got off the shot, and Ethan Webb is upset with him and having to be pulled away. Gage Salami just came over the blue line before Connor Smith did. 12:58 to go. Still 4-1 Father Ryan. Draws on the dot right across from their bench. One by Hendersonville and sent deep into the Father Ryan zone. Puck comes around to the near side. Gideon Drobnik. Puck out in front for Justin Schaefer. Shot stopped by Chandler. Rebound carried away by JT Schmidt. Schmidt. Oh, offside go the Irish. Draws in front of the Hendersonville bench. One by the Irish. JT Schmidt falls over inside the Hendersonville zone, but gets back to his skates and sends the puck deep. Ryan Whalen putting the puck in front. Oh, and went off the stick of Schmidt and past the net with a right-hand side of it open. Schmidt now coming back out in front. And they tried to get it back to Schmidt up top, but it missed him and went out. Ryan Whalen, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Coughs up the puck to Justin Schaefer, who clears. Could be an icing. It's not going to be. No! Wow! It looked like Austin Hester was going to get there, but they blow the whistle anyway. 11:52 to go. Still 4-1, Father Ryan. Draw is to the left of Broderick. One by the Irish. Colin Sullivan coming out to the left wing side, passing up to the left point. Alton Worth, a shot blocked. Puck comes around to the right point. Ethan Webb, a shot, ends up in the left wing corner. Shot from Joe Mignano, stopped and covered up by Broderick. Draw to the right of Broderick. One by Hendersonville. Puck comes around to the far side, or near side, excuse me. Now it's going to be brought out to center by Colin Smith. Smith left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Turns around. Tried to send it to the front of the net. Went off the skates of Ethan Webb and to the end boards. Here's Merrick Mott putting it in front. Cole Over's a shot. One-timer. Off the left leg pad of Mason Chandler. Puck out at center. Connor Smith brings it back into the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side. Puck taken away and cleared. Here's Cole Ulrich bringing it back into the Irish zone. His shot off is sticking over the net. Connor Smith, right wing side. Passing it down low for Ulrich, who gets pushed into the boards by Alton Worth. Magnano whiffs trying to clear. Here's Merrick Mott below the left circle. A shot turned away by Chandler. Alton Worth out at center. Fires it back into the Hendersonville zone. Harper Howard keeping it alive. Puck put out in front for Gage, it was put out in front for Gage Salome from one of his own teammates, and he clears. Here is Parker Causey passing the puck up the far boards. I'm sorry, it was Sam Horsley, number 28. Parker Causey's number 23 for Father Ryan. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone. Connor Smith with it. Smith to center. Into the Father Ryan zone. Racing in. Shot over the net from the slot. Puck bounces out in front. Oh, and Harper Howard tied up Gage Salome's stick before he could shoot the rebound. Puck cleared up the boards for an icing, I think, by Sam Horsley. 9:20 to go. Still 4-1 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the left of Mason Chandler. The Irish win the draw and clear it. Icing waved off as Jared Sheridan chases it down inside his own zone. Gets it out to the far side. Patrick Sullivan trying to clear. Held in at the left point by Jacob Boron. Puck out at center. Ryan Whalen dumps it back in, even though a few of his teammates had to get back on side. Here's Jack Sutterth putting the puck out in front, trying to get it to Hayden McCoy. And so they're trying to get it back to McCoy. That was intercepted. Now it's out at center on the stick of Justin Schaefer. Schaefer into the Irish zone. A slap shot missed the net to the left of Chandler. Puck out at center. McCoy banks it off the kick plate back into the Hendersonville zone, but it was cleared out immediately. Jacob Boron over to Ryan Whalen on the far side. Back across to McCoy. There's Cole Ulrich poking it back into the Father Ryan zone. Whalen going to carry it out. Whalen sending it back into the Hendersonville zone. Oh, and a hit behind the net. Puck put out in front. Austin Hester turned away by Jackson Broderick. Turnover inside the Hendersonville zone. A shot turned away by Broderick. That shot coming from Alton Worth. And then Worth fires the puck past the net. It actually goes out of play. 7:13 to go. Still 4-1 Father Ryan. Draw is to the right of Broderick. Won by Hendersonville. Nate Luke dumping the puck into the Father Ryan zone and trying to give chase. Actually, it's Merrick Mott, excuse me. Alton Worth with a takeaway, trying to clear, held in at the right point. Connor Smith fires it past the net. Austin Hester with it now. Hester Left it behind him, trying to carry it out, Merrick Mott. Now Cole Ulrich trying to send it to the slot for Colin Smith. Smith catches up to it, left wing corner. Gets it over to the far boards. There's Hester. Flipping it ahead, but into the skates of Connor Smith at center, and Smith brings it back in. Shot blocked by Ethan Webb. Puck in the right wing corner. Here's Ethan Webb. Passing ahead to Colton Edwards at center. Edwards, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Kept the puck through a couple of whack attempts by Merrick Mott, and then Mott able to clear it out. Worth. Over to Edwards on the far side. Edwards sending it back into the Hendersonville zone, but immediately cleared out. Here's Ryan Muskov, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Knocked down by Alton Worth as he tried to center it for Joshua Lodel, the freshman from Beech, and we get a whistle and a roughing call against, I think it's going to be Father Ryan. Roughing call against Alton Worth. So Hendersonville to the power play. I believe it's their first of the game, trailing 4-1 with 5:38 to go. Draw is to the left of Mason Chandler. Draw one by Hendersonville. Puck is behind the net. Colin Smith comes out to the left wing side, passes up to Connor Smith. Smith across the goal over to get a whistle. Oh, Ryan Muskov was in the crease. Crease violation. So they'll drop the puck outside the zone on the dot across from the Father Ryan bench. Draw one by Father Ryan, and Ethan Webb fires it past the Hendersonville net. Connor Smith with it. Steps out to his left. Carries to center. Into the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side. Curls around. Try to get over to Ryan Steno, but Katie Cummings read it, and she flicks the puck out. Smith didn't pass it hard enough, and Katie Cummings just flicked out that stick and got it out of there. Ethan Webb backhanding it back into the Hendersonville zone. Here's Cole Ulrich with a minute left on the power play for Hendersonville. Ulrich, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Cuts to the front of the net. Oh, he lost the puck. It's in the crease. And it's behind Mason Chandler. He's got it covered. Ryan Whalen got in there and kept it from going in the net. 52 seconds left of the power play. 4:31 to go in the game. Still 4-1, Father Ryan. Draw was to the left of Chandler. Won by Hendersonville. Shot past the net by Justin Schaefer. Clearing attempt held in at the left point, Jared Shurton. But he tried to flick it over to the right wing side, and he didn't get a lot on it. Puck brought into the Hendersonville zone by Colin Sullivan, who gives it away. Gideon Drobnik down the right wing, back into the Father Ryan zone. Pushed into the boards by Merrick McCullers. Puck brought out in front. Patrick Sullivan trying to backhand it up the far side. Intercepted and carried out by Harper Howard. Now Colin Sullivan dumping it back in from center, dumping it back into the Hendersonville zone. Patrick Sullivan inside his own zone. Penalty time against the Irish is up. They're back at even strength. Puck was cleared to center, but Ryan Whalen sends it back into the Hendersonville zone. Jared Sheridan. Puck over on the far boards. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone now. Here's Jared Sheridan. Sheridan ahead to Gideon Drobnik. And Luke Wyatt from his own zone, the Father Ryan zone, ends up flicking the puck into the netting above the glass, trying to get it out. 2:56 to go, still 4-1, Father Ryan. Draws to Mason Chandler's left. And Ethan Webb brings it into the Hendersonville zone, right to the front of the net. Shot, score! Ethan Webb chased the puck through center. And he flicks it over the glove hand of Jackson Broderick into the back of the net to make it 5-1 Father Ryan with 2:48 to go. Each Father Ryan goal scored by a different player tonight. Here is Austin Hester trying to carry it to the front of the Hendersonville net, but had it taken away. Connor Smith back into the Irish zone, double team to the puck, knocked off his stick, but Gage Salome still able to send it to the end boards. Up top, JT Schmidt bringing it back into the Hendersonville zone. Pass over, Colton Edwards, back to Schmidt. Oh, and a save by Jackson Broderick. He has it covered. .213 to go, 5-1 Father Ryan, as they are on the verge of an opening game win. Draw to the left of Jackson Broderick. Won by Father Ryan. Puck over on the far side. Ahead to Colin Smith. Smith, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. A shot gloved and held on to by Mason Chandler. Draw going to be to Chandler's left here with 1:59 to go. Draw is won by the Irish. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Held in at the left point by Dominic Harpole. Merrick Mott with a shot into the chest of Chandler, and it falls into his glove. 1:50 to go. 5-1 Father Ryan. Draws to the right of Chandler. Won by Hendersonville. Nate Luke out high. Merrick Mott got tripped. Actually, we're going to call Colin Smith for a cross check. So the Irish back in the power play with 1:46 to go, up 5-1. I thought Merrick Mott had drawn a penalty, and it was one of his teammates who had committed one. Draw is going to be to the left of Jackson Broderick. Surprised Hendersonville didn't pull him at any point. Irish win the draw. Colin Sullivan draws a penalty as he's hitting the right wing corner boards. Dominic Harpole's going to go to the box. Roughing the call against Harpole. So a 5-on-3 for the Irish for 1:49, but there are only 96 seconds to go. Draw to Broderick's left again. Draw one to the Irish again. Ethan Webb Across to Jacob Boren. His shot stopped by Jackson Broderick. Katie Cummings drops the puck behind the net. Now Boren passing down low. It's Colin Sullivan coming around to the right wing side. Now Magnano. In front, Katie Cummings. She whiffed on it. Couldn't get her stick on it. Connor Smith through center. Back into the Father Ryan zone. Takes a bump from Ethan Webb. Colin Sullivan with a puck. Final minute of the game. Jacob Boren out at center on the left wing side. Leaves it for Joe Magnano, who brings it into the Hendersonville zone, but it's taken away and cleared. 1 minute left in the 5-on-3 for Father Ryan. Here's Ethan Webb back into the Hendersonville zone. Now a minute left in the Harpole penalty. 30 seconds to go in the game. Joe Magnano, a shot turned away by Jackson Broderick. Puck out at center. Jacob Boren will catch up to it. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for the Irish. Harper Howard back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Trying a centering pass. It's broken up and cleared by Hendersonville, and that's going to be it. Clock's going to run down to 0, and Father Ryan open up the season with a 5-1 win over Hendersonville-Beech. J.T. Schmidt scored the opening goal 8 seconds into the game, and the Fighting Irish never looked back as they win this one 5-1 and start the season out at 1-0. So the only Hendersonville goal was scored by Ben Landsberg. The Father Ryan goals were scored by 5 different players. J.T. Schmidt, Alton Worth, Colton Edwards, Joe Magnano, and Ethan Webb are the last one. I'm going to give player of the game to, boy, I'm having a hard time figuring this out. I think I'm going to give mine to, I think I'm going to give player of the game for this one to, I'm going to give it to, I'm going to give it to Ethan Webb. He did a lot of work tonight, and I was really impressed with him as Austin Hester and Connor Smith have done a soccer-style jersey swap. Well, they're only doing it for the photo, and then they give each other back their respective sweater because, you know, it's not like the NHL. They don't have those. They don't have backups on backups of sweaters. That's great to see. So, yeah, Ethan Webb is player of the game for me as the Irish win this one 5-1 to start the season out 1-0. And that means the night in GNASH is all done. Finals tonight, Rutherford Rampage 12, Station Camp Liberty Creek, Hendersonville-Beech. Now Father Ryan beating Hendersonville-Beech 5-1 with tonight's game. So the standings, with tonight's games in the books. No Tier 1 teams play tonight, so their standings remain the same. Ravenwood leading at 2-0. Franklin BGA in second with a win and 2 ties. Brentwood in third with a win and a draw. MBA fourth at 1-0. Pope Prep, CPA, GCA, and Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon each with a draw. Centennial in seventh with 2 losses and a draw, and Independence at the bottom of the table, or at the bottom of the tier at 0-3. Tier 2, USNBA Nashville Christian leading at 2-0. Rutherford Rampage and Father Ryan now both at 1-0. Nolensville Ensworth Lipscomb at 1-1. Summit Page and the Outlaws, Tennessee Outlaws at 1-2. And Station Camp Liberty Creek and Hendersonville-Beech both at the bottom of Tier 2 at 0-1. Let's look at the schedule for next week, because next week is when we dive head first into the remaining 41 games, the first of the remaining 41 games of the regular season. Once my internet decides to cooperate with me. Monday is the first 7-game Monday of the season. 2 5 o'clock starts, one on Rink 2 in Bellevue between Father Ryan and Summit Page. I have to pick Father Ryan as favorites in that one after this game tonight. And over on Rink B here at Centennial, Nolensville Ensworth Lipscomb taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek. 6:30 on Rink B, Centennial taking on Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon. 6:35 on Rink 2 in Bellevue. Tennessee Outlaws taking on Hendersonville-Beech. 7:40 here on Rink A at Centennial. This should be an interesting one. USNBA Nashville Christian taking on the Rutherford Rampage. 8 o'clock over on Rink B, Pope Prep CPA GCA taking on Montgomery Bell. And then at 8:10 on Rink 2 in Bellevue, Franklin BGA taking on Ravenwood. Then next Wednesday, 7:10 here on Rink A at Centennial, Independence taking on Brentwood. Independence have got to start winning games. They've got to start winning games. 8 o'clock on Rink 2 in Bellevue, Hendersonville-Beech taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek in an all-Sumner showdown. 8:30 on Rink B at Centennial. This will be an interesting one. Father Ryan taking on Rutherford. And then at 8:40 here on Rink A at Centennial, Pope Prep CPA GCA taking on Centennial. Cougars, by the way, have 4 games left in the first phase of the regular season. They are going to play those over these next 2 weeks. They wrap up phase 1 of the regular season 2 weeks from tonight against MBA. Now, I don't have coverage for Wednesday yet set, but I know what I'm doing Monday. We are doing a triple header from right here at Centennial over on Rink B. Be on the air at 4:50 for a 5 o'clock face-off between Nolensville and Station Camp. Then 6:20 for a 6:30 face-off between Centennial and Mount Juliet. And then 7:50 for an 8 o'clock face-off between Pope Prep and MBA. But again, Wednesday is to be announced. Like I said, we have now played the first 15 games of this opening phase of the 2022-2023 GNASH regular season. We've got 41 left, and we are going to play them over these next 5 weeks, wrapping up November 14th with MBA taking on Ravenwood. The picture of who's going to stay in their tier and who ends up in that round robin is going to start to get clearer over these next few weeks. Thank you all so much for listening tonight. Again, our on-air finals, Rutherford Rampage 12, Station Camp Liberty Creek 3, and just now Father Ryan 5, Hendersonville-Beech 1. I'm Michael Hackney. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you on early Monday evening for a triple header right over there on Rink B. Good night.